Business Empowerment Podcast, the show that keeps you in the know with what you need to know in business and technology and for yourself so you can grow. Welcome to the show. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host, Rob House, and my co-host, Wilton Rogers, got insight for miles and miles. We'll give you what you need to know. Get ready for the Business Empowerment Podcast. What's good, ladies and gentlemen?
What's good? What's good?
We are here for another episode, another day, Business Empowerment Podcast conversation.
Yes.
Like,
so many things happening.
The insights that might save you some money and stress.
That will save you.
Okay. All right. We can say it with more confidence. Okay.
Yeah. We can say it with confidence because we have the data to back it up, right? So we can say it with confidence. So it will make a difference for sure. What's up, man?
Man, technology's up. I mean, it's all about technology, man. It's about what the heck are we gonna do with it and about it, and are we gonna sit back and be a Blockbuster, or are we gonna be a Netflix in our life? You know what I mean?
Right.
That's what it's really all about, man.
And being that I'm still paying for Netflix, I think we're playing the Netflix game.
I do miss Blockbuster, man. I wish they would have got it right. You know, Netflix offered them an opportunity to buy them, to get bought for a very, very small price, and they were going to take all of Blockbuster's catalogs and digitize it for them.
Right.
And they were like, "Nah, we don't want that." People, you know, they rather have the in store experience. People
they want to experience. They want to walk in and do things like and meet and talk and. Yeah, man, I remember that story. Wasn't it? They were going to sell it for $5 million or $50 million. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, it was the M's, and it wasn't big M's either, man.
It wasn't big M because they're billions, right? So
right.
Now they're B's, not M's.
Now they're B's. Now they flipped the script on them.
They did, but dude, I remember that. I mean, I heard it years ago, right? And it was their executive team that was like, you know what? No, we're not gonna. We don't want to do it. We're good. We know how this industry works. We know what we're doing, and 3 years after that conversation, they were bankrupt. 3 years, right? It was like 3 years. And, man.
Or less. They were on a decline very quickly.
Right. And,
what's going on, Steven? Thanks for watching, my friend. and wherever you are, let us know where you're watching this from, like the state or the country. I love seeing when people are watching and listening and learning from. We're all connected over here.
Always good.
So we are the Business Empowerment Podcast. You know, we're here always to bring you different guests and insights and maybe some information that could help you change the direction that you were going into a better one. Or maybe just help modify some things that you were doing, or just give you the insight to make better decisions, And this show is powered by Simply Automate. That is our organization, and new name. How long is it going to be new though? It's new, still new. We got a month, 2 months, 3 months, 4. Right now it's fresh, it's like less than a month. So we still got the new car smell on it.
Right. The new car smell, the pretty look, the whole thing, right? It's not dirty yet, and it's when you get the new car, it still looks good and everything else.
Yeah.
But what's been great is that the transition that we have for all of our clients that were with STA or Skill Through Automation at the beginning, they understood. Quick transition, supportive, like, man, you guys are really moving, and they're all on board. So the transition has been pretty easy.
Oh, it's been easy.
Outside of changing the logos of all of our videos and marketing and branding.
Outside all the work that has to be done, right?
Right.
But in regards to our clients and customers and what we're doing, I mean, it's not in the name, it's in the service,
That's it.
And speaking of that,
Simply Automate. Automation made simple. Simply Automate. Simply Automate. Automation made
are
Love it.
watching the Business Empowerment Podcast, brought to you by Simply Automate. I'm your host, Rob Howes. My co-host, Wilton Rogers. We're here to talk about technology, man. Technology, some very important technology trends, business technology trends that people should wrap their minds around.
Right. Big ones. A lot of them, you know.
And so, let's pull this up here, man. Boom. First one up, AI. Now, everyone's heard of this. Everyone's heard of this, but you ain't heard nothing yet. You haven't heard nothing yet. I mean, this thing is moving quick. AI is the simulation of human intelligence processes by machines, especially computer systems. The specific applications of AI include like natural language processing, speech recognition, and machine vision. I mean, anything, artificial intelligence is what everything you see that a computer is doing and reading. And it's memorizing it, and then it can be used however you desire. I mean, artificial intelligence is very vast, actually. it's pretty
Extremely
fast.
fast. It's faster than the human. In fact, you know, we've all nowadays we're all part of the AI world, right? So when you make a call to something, I know you make a call to the bank, it tells you, you know, how can I help you? Customer service. You want customer service. You know, you ought to say it and boom, instantly, right?
Yep.
That's AI. People don't understand how easy it makes it easier for the end user to use it, right? But it makes it even easier for the business to stay organized and to stay, you know, to make sure that the foundation of the company is moving in a fast direction. Customers are taken care of, businesses are taking care of their clients. It's a game changer, or it's a big game changer, and it's saving time and money by the B word, the billions, right? And and we're fortunate to be part of this sector, and you know, we're able to benefit from it. I mean, yeah, in the business world, but also in our own personal and business life. So not only are we giving it, but we're doing it ourselves.
Right. Do it. And I want you to think about this too. You know, our intelligence, you know, can only go so far. You know, artificial intelligence is limitless. Now we're moving into an era. The next things we'll be talking about quantum computing in about another year or two or less.
Right.
But artificial intelligence essentially says, you know, how do you want this to be? How can you think of it? It can be created, and that's essentially what businesses are doing. We're going to get to how they're crafting that to work in their benefit, because businesses are benefiting tremendously from AI. As a matter of fact, I just heard this stat from it wasn't a stat. It was he just recommendation. Peter Diamandis, the author of the Future is Faster Than You Think, and a bunch of other things. He said that, you know, businesses that by 2030, if you don't have artificial intelligence, it'll be two type of businesses: the kind that have artificial intelligence and the kind that are bankrupt. And that's, he just broke it down, and he just moved on. He didn't, you know, labor the point, because it's just the fact. It's something you have to investigate and take a look at. And this past year, okay, it should really have brought that to the top of mind a little bit even more. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And you're seeing it. And I think what's great now is that a lot of businesses thought this was the enterprise, industry. It was only for the enterprise industry. But more and more, we're finding out that you'll be surprised on how many small and medium-sized businesses are catching on really, really quick.
Yep.
Real quick. And the minute they catch on, and it's like it's like the floodgates open up, and they start seeing a lot of opportunities, because
it's amazing.
They understand it's impacting them. They make an immediate impact on their lives. So it's a very small market right now that actually understands it, but it's available. It's actually available to anyone of any size.
Yep.
But when you say AI or artificial intelligence or robotics or anything like that, right away people think, oh man, expensive, not for me, can't do it, don't have time to understand it. It's so easy. It's easier than training somebody. It's easier than literally hiring somebody and training somebody to do what you need to get done.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Just like that. Oh my goodness. And there's websites. The links are I see them there on LinkedIn and also on Facebook. So as you're learning here, you can learn more. Connect with us. We'll take you a lot further. This will give you some things to chew on and to investigate, though.
Yeah.
Definitely to investigate. What does Stephen say? Stephen said, how hard these days is it to get a patent on new products, food and products? Well, one, that's not hard at all. I mean, you know, I'd have to get some more insight on what you're talking about here, Stephen. But it's a process, but it definitely can be done. I've done it a few times. Yeah, man. So let's talk about machine learning. Machine learning.
Mm-hmm.
Now, those who don't know what machine learning is a method of data analysis that automates analytical model building. So it's a branch of artificial intelligence based on the idea that systems can learn from data and identify patterns. And so the machine is learning what is happening. It's reading and recording.
That's it.
Reading, recording, and then able to then you can do what you need with that information. Machine learning is what is you see these computers that are able to now download consciousness. Like Tony Robbins has this robot that they have downloaded. They've basically looked at thousands of his shows and presentations, and this robot now can respond exactly like Tony Robbins. Yeah, freaky, but that's what it is.
That's all it is. The machine learns exactly what to do.
Yeah.
That's it. It learns and doesn't forget. It remembers everything.
Every single thing.
Everything, every step. It's like, if you have 100 different angles to take, this is a good workflow here. But if you have 100 different opportunities or ways to do something, the minute it learns one, it'll remember. The minute it learns something else, instantly. So you don't have to worry about, you having to go back and recheck it. It's like, nah, I got you. It's almost like you said, you hire somebody professional. It's like, hey, I need for you to do that. Okay, I got it. You type it away. I got it. That's all it says. But the great thing about it is that it never forgets and it improves it every single time.
That's the part. See, that is the part right there.
Mm-hmm.
It improves it every single time.
Mm-hmm.
That's how that machine was able to beat that master Go player. Remember, it was the game's called Go. I forget which nationality it is, but it's like master of it. Even they did it with chess too. And then machine was.
They just did it with chess, didn't they? Like recently,
I think so.
Yeah.
And the machine is getting faster and faster and faster and faster. And I was trying to figure out, like, what the heck? I was like, why are they learning? Like, why is the machine gaining information 1,000, 10,000 times faster than a human? I was trying to figure out, because what it's doing is it's going through that feedback loop quicker. So we have an experience and feedback on it. Experience, feedback on it. This is experience feedback like this in a loop. Experience feedback just happening. And some of it's like even faster than my hand can go. That's how you can understand practically what's happening. It's getting that feedback and understanding quickly. So then it's making the adjustment naturally. Oh my goodness, dude, it's crazy.
Right. And the great way to put it is the whole chess thing is a great way. It's like if you play chess, I dabble. I don't know. I'm probably not as good as even a second grader, but I understand the concept, right? So when you play chess, that's why they have that timer, because you have to sit down there and you think about your move, right? You're like, okay, let me think about that. What my next move is going to be, right? Machine learning is the same way. It thinks about it, but if there's 15 different moves, and we have to say, okay, that one doesn't work. Maybe that one work. That one doesn't work. That one doesn't work. That one might work, but the next two steps won't work. Machine learning does, boom, it does it all at one time.
All at one time.
And it'll show you the real, okay, it'll tell you if they move this here, it'll go there. If they move this here, it'll go there, all at one time. So there's no time lapse. It's like, the minute you make your move, that machine comes behind it and boom, makes a move right away. It's like, wait, it's my turn again. So you don't have time to really think about it, right?
Yep. Yep.
That's the difference, is that it can think immediately
Mm.
on 1,000 different levels, where we have to think individually.
Mm-hmm.
So and we might make that wrong move. They
Right.
don't make a wrong move.
Right.
They already see all the red lights that pop up, basically say, don't go there, don't go there. I can go there, but in their next move, if they go here, I got to go here, here, here. So it already figures it out for you.
Mm.
Crazy.
And if you have machine learning and AI somehow involved in your business, that means that you're getting the data in, it's learning about the data, it's understanding what's best move to do with the data, not just next best move, but next best 10, 20 possible moves.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, it's fun. This gets like real fun.
It does. But it is a learning curve for sure, especially when you have your business. But once you understand what it can do, anybody, like you said, anybody that has AI and machine learning right now, I guarantee you that they're doing well.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing well if they have it incorporated the right way. For the most part, if they're and not only that, is that if they haven't implemented anyway, sooner or later they're going to get the right way.
Yep.
Right. So
Yep.
It's definitely 100% game changer. I know we use that name, that word a lot, but it changes the scope of the way you run your business.
It does.
Immediately.
It does, man. It shifts it.
It shifts it. Yep.
Here's the next one. Bingo.
Yeah.
Our guy yesterday, man, Albert, Tuesday, Skylar.
Yeah.
Skylar, man. This is something big. And this is taking off even more. Thank goodness. It has to, because we've become more digital. Because of that. And we need to anyway, because let's talk about what this is first. So cybersecurity is the practice of protecting systems, networks, and programs from digital attacks, like people trying to make us pay $1,000 for gas. Knock it off, people. Okay? We're not paying $1,000 for gas. These cyber attacks are usually aimed at assessing, changing, or destroying sensitive information, like your business, like your files. There's so many things that can happen. I mean, you're talking about very sensitive information that, if not protected, could be catastrophic.
Absolutely. I mean, you think about that. If you have information that you've been saving for years, decades, Social Security, just, medical, it really doesn't matter. Just sensitive information, right? Someone hacks in there and they steal it. They can not only steal it, but they can block you from having it, whatever the case would be, right? So they can. It's cost businesses their company. It's cost billions and billions of dollars, to try to stop this. And cybersecurity is huge. In fact, in our industry, every company we talk to wants to know about our security, right? They all want to know, okay, is this secure? So we have to go into detail about what we do and how we secure it.
Yep.
Because that's a big thing. Information is very sensitive. Most businesses do not want to share that with outside of their environment, and cybersecurity helps protect that, and that's huge. I think every business needs that. Not only business, us personally. Like for me, I have my identity stolen. And back then it was easy to steal your identity. I remember working in the mortgage industry. Like right now, if someone got my Social Security, they couldn't use it because there's a block on it. I have to release it. So it's like, no, I'll get alerted right away, right? So, I think it's so important for people to know that, cybersecurity is probably the most important thing nowadays, because all the information out there right now is out in the world. Once you put it out in the atmosphere, in cyberspace, it's there.
It's there.
It's there. So you need security to protect it. You can share it. In a way we can still share it, but make sure that you feel safe and secure sharing that information. And
if you have a business, there's ways. Investigate on how to use technology to enhance your cybersecurity. Use technology. There's methodologies now, ladies and gentlemen, in every category
Mm-hmm.
that can be enhanced through technology. And you got to ask the right questions. Some John Maxwell said, to get the best answers, ask the best questions.
That's it.
So be
That's it.
curious.
And make sure that you are getting those questions answered by people that know what they're doing, right? And that
Mhm.
have a track record. Especially now. What's great about us, it's I know people that we do business with have done their research on us. You know,
Mhm.
and we make sure that same thing with us now. We do research on the businesses that we work with, so we can make sure that we're on the same. That there's no hidden agendas. So you have to be able to do your research and find the professionals with experience that can
Yep.
help you do that. Because even if you look it up on your own, you Google it, and the first page you see a couple of things that you want. You think it's great for AI or cybersecurity or machine learning or RPA. What it doesn't matter, right? It still might not be the best for you. So you
Mhm.
have to do your research first before you buy into it. Okay, but when you do your research and you do and you check on references, then that's when you're in a safe space.
Yep. Yep. That's it.
That's it.
That's it. Here's one of my favorite, man. Still three letter,
I think I heard of that one before.
three letter, three letter robot. This little
Yeah.
digital employee, we like to call him. I think that's the best word for this guy, man. Digital employee. You know.
It's a digital employee. That's the word that we need to use, right? It is a digital employee.
Mhm. Mhm.
And the process. I don't really care for the word robotic,
Yeah.
because when you say robotic, people first of all think it's hardware, right? Second of all, they think robotic may not be something that I can afford, because robotic, I'm a small business, and robots that doesn't make sense. I'm not going to do
Mhm.
it. So I like to use business process automation,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
BPA, but we don't. I mean, obviously we're not going to go that route because RPA is the word, but I like to use business process automation because people can relate to
They
business
know what it is.
process. They know
Right.
what it is. And so robotic process automation doesn't mean anything, but if you do business process automation,
Mhm.
I mean you're automating business processes.
Yep. Yep. RPA refers to software that can be easily programmed to do basic repetitive tasks across applications. RPA creates and deploys a software robot with the ability to launch and operate other software. Robotic process automation. Robotic is anything that is done repetitively. I mean, over and over and over again. That's robotic, man. If you think about someone typing in the same information in, or just doing the same repetitive task, that is considered robotic, and they shouldn't be doing that. Guess who should be doing that? That guy right there in the middle.
Right there.
What are we gonna call him? We gotta come up with a bot name, by the way, too.
Yeah, we do.
You know,
That'd be great. That'd be great.
but that
Um,
bot's there to relieve the stress, though, right?
it is. It is. And people are like, well, how do I know what process to automate? The easiest thing, the first thing that should come to mind that you can start to understand RPA is if you wake up in the morning, right? You get up in the morning and you're headed to work. You already know what you're going to do because you did it yesterday, you're going to do it again tomorrow, or you're going to do it again next week, right? So you already going to work, already know what you have to do, right? You get on the computer,
Mm-hmm.
turn on that computer, and you do this every single day. Tomorrow, you go to sleep, come back home tomorrow, you're going to turn on the computer, do this again. Going to work, you already know. It's like, you know it, and you're good at it because you've been doing it, right?
Yep.
Those are RPA candidates 100% of the time, right? Because you know you're going to do it and you know
Yeah.
how to do it. Or you can be on the phone and tell somebody how to do it. Oh, by the way, all you got to do is go here, go to here, go here, go here, and attach it there, and then send it here, and then email it to me, and then I'll send it back to you.
Right.
All that is automatable. Everything,
All that.
all that. So that's the best. That's the best way to understand it. That may not be the process you want to automate first, but that will give you an understanding of the
Mm-hmm.
power of RPA.
Yep.
And how fast it can be. It can change the game. It can change it for you and your company. you can take that process away from you completely. That's the great thing, is that now your hands off. You don't have to do it. I'll give you an example. We're working on one now. We're taking a process of taking someone 10, 15 hours a week to do. Not a whole lot of time, but enough time, right?
So this is a 15-hour process?
It's a 10 to 15 hour a week process. It's
10 to 15 hour a week process. Okay.
Right. So it's, it's probably about a fourth of the day, maybe. About a fourth of the day. And the thing about it is that if you take that process and you automate it, not only is it off your hands and you don't have to do it anymore, but then guess what? Now you have 2 hours to do something completely different, something more productive, more towards your skills, more towards your talents and your abilities. Right. So it takes it away, but it gives you back. That's the great thing about this. And the thing about this is that this RPA is the beginning stages of learning how to master machine learning and AI. We can go to hyper automation later as well. So,
I was gonna put that in there, but I said I'll save that one for its own day.
Yeah. In fact, you can go to actually a website, which I'll put. I think if Dimitri's on here.
Our website's right there.
Yeah. So you can go to if you guys go to our website and you click on RPA, it's the first tab. You click on RPA, and then the bottom says, "What is hyper automation?" You can learn more about what hyper automation is there, right? So that's the great thing about it. But that time you get, not only do you get to take it away and not do it anymore, you physically and mentally don't have to think about that anymore. Can you imagine that? First of all, you don't have to think about it anymore. You've been doing this for a long time. Now you don't have to think about it.
That's
and
huge.
You don't have to do it. and you have 2 or 3 extra hours a day to do something completely different now. What the heck is that going to do for you in the company? We've seen it. We've seen it happen. It's a beautiful thing. We love it. We know when we get a process that's at least 2 to 3 hours, we automatically know, first of all, it's going to be a big changer. It's going to be a wow factor for them. But the ROI is immediate. It's immediate. It's like the minute the bots turn on, the savings starts. It's not like you have to wait months to get reimbursed on this or to make your money back on this. It's instant.
See, immediate revisions, immediate enhancements, immediate. It's like there is a clear, distinctive difference between when you use RPA, or we're going to call this digital employee. We'll start using that term, but you're going to hear the word RPA out there. Just kind of when you hear RPA, think digital employee. There's a distinct difference between people who are doing their processes manually by their hands and the ones who are automating it. There's a big difference, and it's distinct. It's clear. It looks like this. Business burnout can be so overwhelming. So many things to do and not enough time to do them. Deadlines to meet with time ticking away quickly. Multiple repetitive tasks that must be completed every single day. What if you could cut that list in half? What if you could automate 50, 60, 70% of what you do every day? You would have less stress. You could get more done in less time. And your company would make more money. Less stress and more money? See how RPA can change your day. Yeah.
I love that video. He is so good. because that the one where you just throw papers and people are really do that. The thing about it, when you look at it, it's like maybe it's a little exaggerated, but the mental part, that mental part is there. Right?
The mental part is probably worse.
The mental part, they're thinking about throwing the papers and throwing the computer and everything because we've heard it. So that's why I love that video. It's like it's a perfect setup. Wait a minute, I'm that. I can be that.
and it's like just that clear and just that easy
Hmm.
to be on the other side. Okay,
Right. Right.
it really is. I mean, this is new. People didn't know, and so now it's time to start learning how we can simplify our life because technology is here. That's like, somebody, we got cell phones. It's like, you want to give someone a message, you're going to decide to go and walk all the way to their house to tell them. You got a cell phone. You got Zoom. You know what I mean? You can do it
Hmm.
quicker. It's
Hmm.
just now our job to introduce these wonderful technologies, man, and show people what's going on. And
That's it.
oh, put that link, please. And we got a questionnaire link. So in regards to this RPA, so and you saw the stress on the right and the feeling good on the left. Well, there's a questionnaire, there's a link. It'll take about 5 minutes for you to fill it out. And so
Yeah.
by filling out this questionnaire, we'll be able to we'll get an understanding of what your process looks like. And then we can build out a workflow, show you where we're going to automate it, and then also show you what your return on investment will be. Just by you filling that out. It takes a few minutes, then you'll see how you're winning. Did I miss something?
That's it. No, that's it. That's it. I put it up there now. I think you might have to put it on there as well. I'm not sure how this all works. Oh, yo,
Oh,
well, putting it up there. Look at that.
yeah,
Bam.
Dimitri's there. Dimitri's is flying high, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's all there.
Yeah.
And it's still in the skill of, for those of you, I mean, we just talked about it. We switched our name, but, our URL is still in the skill of automation, but, our company name has changed. So we're switching all that. But that link is, I mean, that questionnaire is so important. It's so important because it allows you to immediately understand how it can impact you directly. You don't have to be like, well, show me some use cases. Let me hear more about it. That link, fill out that questionnaire will allow us to build a use case for you, customized for you,
Mm-hmm.
right? And show you a workflow, show the difference between it being automated compared to what you did manually, right? And then show the ROI, the immediate ROI, so you can see if it's worth it or not. I literally just got off the phone. Let me see if I still have it up here. Thing that I don't, but I just got off a call earlier today, and the ROI for this client is going to be like 580%.
What?
Yes, I was like, what? I said, okay, let's do this again. Let's do this again. And he was like, is that right? I said,
When?
yeah.
When?
It was this morning. It was a couple.
I mean, no. What year? But year one?
Yeah, year one, and it was a client out of the UK, and
Mm.
and before I even presented, I had to go over and over. I was like, okay,
Right,
let me
to make sure.
let me make sure this right. But yeah, man, yeah, it was crazy, almost 600%. Wait a minute, is that
Listen,
right? Is that right? But it is because most of the process that we see the ROI, I think on average we see probably about 150 to 350% ROI, right?
mm-hmm.
This one was just like a little higher, but yeah. And for him, it was like a no-brainer. We're already set up for Monday, I think. We're already set up for Monday, right?
Yeah.
So to move forward because they saw the difference. And the thing about it, all people are doing is investing a little of their time. No money, no nothing. We take all the risk out because we do everything up front, right?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
do all the preparation. We do all the design. We do all that up front. It's not until we start getting into a little development and the deployment that you start investing. But by then, you're going to start seeing the profit, the ROI, immediate ROI. So it's just, man, we're just we're in an industry that is just scratching the surface, that hasn't even scratched the surface, right? Especially in the SME and SMB market. Enterprise is a little different. Enterprise, if you look at RPA right now, probably in every paragraph that you hear RPA, if you see RPA in a paragraph, more than likely you'll probably see enterprise in that paragraph too, right? If you don't see enterprise in that paragraph, but they're talking about RPA, more than likely that's an RPA, an enterprise client or enterprise company that they're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing for the SMB and SME out there. Well,
Nope.
let me rephrase that. There is now, right? There is now.
There is now.
There is
There is
now, but there wasn't. There
Mhm.
wasn't, and there's still not really a lot where people can really go to get the service for the size of the company.
Meaning, if you got a small or medium sized business, yeah, you can go get the service, but you're gonna pay an arm, leg, and a couple toes,
Mhm.
easy, because that's just how it is, and it wasn't accessible. You know, the beautiful thing that we've had the blessing of being able to do is make this affordable for, you know, Jack and Jill's ice cream shop with only 3 employees.
Mhm.
You know, so they can afford the technologies that keep them in business, and not just keep them business, but have them scaling their business.
Yeah.
Scaling meaning growing their business and not going out of business paying for it. You know?
That's it. How great is that, dude? When when you can really give the same quality of work, the same service, and the same support for a client that has thousands of employees to a client that has 3, right?
Yep.
And we're doing everything in between, you know, and so there's no, it's not like, you know, we're favoring our Fortune 500 company over our mom and pop business company, right?
Right.
We don't treat them any different. We treat them all the same because they really are. It's more complex. The bigger the company, the more complexity you're gonna see, right?
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, the service, the support, the quality of work, it's all the same. There's no difference. So you don't have to figure out. You don't have to say, well, they're not going to treat me like they treat the Fortune 500 companies. We sure are, and we have been.
Yep.
We have proof of that through all our clients right now.
Yep. You better believe it. As a
Yeah.
matter of fact, we got some clients that have come to us from the big boys, because if, number one, it's just paying too much money, and 2, they don't get good service. I mean, you know, big boys, they like making big money, and they don't look for for the little guy. You know? But then you get the little guy that learns how to play the big boy game, and then they can serve everybody, and that's what we did.
In fact, we have a testimony from our little guy from a little company, and we have a testimony from a big company.
And so, listen, I wanted to play Marvin's. So let's get the precursor now. You'll see Scale Through Automation at the top, because that's who we are at the core. But our new name is Simply Automate. When you go to our website, it's Simply Automate. You know, used to be Scale Through Automation. It basically says it there. So same colors, same service. Check out this amazing testimony.
My name is Marvin Romero. I'm a small business owner. I have a personal injury firm with 2 employees, and I came across Scale Through Automation on LinkedIn. I wasn't sure if they'd work with small businesses because they already were doing things on a larger scale, but I reached out to Wilton Rogers and his team anyway. We met in early December. They told me they could help out my small business and we could automate some processes that were actually taking up a lot of our time. So we had a meeting the first week of December. After that meeting, I received a questionnaire, filled out that questionnaire. Within a week, we had a Zoom meeting where we talked about all the things that the bot should be able to do, what the automated process would entail, and what I actually wanted to accomplish. 7 days or less from that date, we actually had a bot to look at and a demo to run. And within 3 weeks and before Christmas, we had an automated process for the business. It was amazing to see that the team came together and put together an automated process within 30 days and also during the month of Christmas. Scale Through Automation definitely came through for my business.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. So a couple things. One, you think we can get Marvin to do another one?
I know, right? Yeah, I need to give him a call up and say, hey, you know what? We're not Scale Through Automation anymore, but I had to give him do another one. But you know, it was great to see, and I think we want to make sure that, you know, we highlight that because we had to figure out, hey, can we deliver this to a very small business? He has 2.5 employees, right? And that's how small the firm was.
Mm-hmm.
And being able to save them, I think we're up to like three processes. We have three processes with them now. Being able to save them a full employee worth of work, a full-time employee worth of 40 hours worth of work. That's huge for a business that size.
That's
huge,
crucial, especially at that size.
Right.
You don't understand, because those resources are important. Everyone counts. Every resource counts.
That's right. So yeah, and I think that's what's great about it is that, like I said, working from small businesses like that to our enterprise clients, like the one that you might show here in a while, those are the ones that we do everything in between. So there's no difference in what we're capable of doing for the clients, and we just continue to challenge the status quo, and we continue to raise the bar, and we've been doing that, and we're just blessed to have an amazing team and supporting cast and advisors to put us in a position to be able to do this. Because although we're the face and the mouth of the company, we're not the weight.
Yeah,
we're not the weight of the company, right? We have an amazing supporting cast that loves has a passion of impacting and making a difference the way we are. And so it's just a beautiful thing, man.
It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. And what else is beautiful? When you find out that the technology that you're able to serve people with is actually making them happy, because they are so ecstatic that they have this workload off of their shoulders. When you see people express their gratitude, like Elmira, that there's a big deal, man. There's a big deal. Check this out.
I mean, I'm biased on this because I was the one dealing with her system and pulling data for the most part, providing all that information to people. So just not having to go into our system every day is amazing.
That's
yeah. As I said, it just takes a lot of the mental workload off of someone, not having to deal with those problems all the time. But also, like, another example would be, there is this great process, which was our second project basically with them, is like there's this one guy who implemented this amazing workflow for one of our value streams, and he's like, it's always up to date because he's using it to assess metrics, so he knows how to keep it because he built it and etc. But we wanted to expand it out to the other value streams, but that one guy can't maintain the entire system for all regions by himself. So it was kind of like we weren't able to get it across to other sites just like that, we'll just invest 10 more hours a week and get it done kind of thing. Like, no one took over that response because no one really understood it. So RPA enabled that option for us to just expand it out ourselves and have the maintaining side taken care of by RPA.
That's so good. I'm so glad for you too. I'm so glad for you.
Me too.
Oh my goodness.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man. Yeah, see how RPA can change your day. Fill out that questionnaire. You'll find out really quick. Really
Immediately.
quick.
Immediately. And Elmira is so cool. I really enjoy talking to her because they got it right away, right? And now they're moving on to more projects, right? So it's like, okay, let's get this going. Speaking of which, I got to make a note to call Jason or Justin.
Justin?
Yeah, Justin. Over at their place because then we had to work on another one. So I just had to write that down. I know we're live, but I had to write that down. I put that on my to-do list. I totally forgot to do that this morning.
Yeah, man, it is really good though, man. It's really good to see the breakthroughs people are having with RPA, robotic process automation, digital employees, business process automation. You're going to hear a lot of these terms, and you're going to get very educated on these terms. You hanging around us. we're gonna keep it in layman's terms though. You know, it's a digital employee. Take the stress away. Take the robot out of the human. Let the robot do the human. Let the robot do the robotic work. That's basically what it boils down to. You know, back in the beginning of the 1900s, you know, it was cool to go and do robotic work. Like people were happy going and hit something over and over and over again. They're like, yo, I'm going to hit this thing for 6 hours, 8 hours straight. And they pumped about it, you know, because that was a new thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's no more.
No more.
There's no more for that. As a matter of fact, we began to know then that, okay, maybe we shouldn't do that. Because then Henry Ford, you know, he created the assembly line, which literally accelerated the birth of cars, okay? Because he realized, got to use technology to enhance our behavior. So RPA is doing this very thing. So learn.
I'm glad you brought that up. That's a great, the Henry Ford story is a great one, because in RPA, people always say, well, you're going to replace me. You're going to lose my job. No, we're going to allow you to be human. We're going to allow you to be more creative and use your creativity, your skills, your talents to do better things.
Yes.
What we found out is a lot of clients, in fact, we're working with a pretty big grocery store now, right? And they had 4 full-time employees doing one process. Right?
How many?
4.
4.
We had 4 employees doing full-time process. Now they only have one person doing it for 10 hours a week, just to make sure that they're, so. But they were able to get those employees and put them in other positions that will help the company, because the employees have been there for a long time. Yeah. And they're saying, you know the history of us, you know the culture of our business. We need for you to share that culture with others. Yeah. We need for you to be, in front of people, not behind a computer. Right? Yeah. So that was huge. And the Henry Ford thing is the same thing that happened, right? There was no assembly line back then. It was like, build this part. That's like, maybe, I don't know, I'm just going to say 10 people building a car, right? Mm-hmm. And they all grab this part, they all work together, That's why they were selling a lot of cars. Mm-hmm. But when they had people specialize in doing the body, doing the engine, Come on, and all they did was go down the line like this, and they were like, do. And by the time we got to the end of the line, they can kick that out and sell it. It was a game changer. It created more opportunity and more jobs for people. Yep. Right. And that's exactly because it allowed them to grow and create and do not only quality but quantity as well. Mm-hmm. They're able to do a lot more and be able to sell it at a price that was affordable for everyone, not just the wealthy. Oh man, and that was actually this thing that he did gave birth to the middle class. This is when the middle class got born. Mm-hmm. Because at one point people couldn't buy cars; you had to be rich. But because of this assembly line, it took the cost. The production of cars used to be 13 hours. It took it down to 2.5 hours. It used to take 13.5 hours to make a car. Then it took 2. Okay, and then he was also paying his employees $5 a day, which was the highest ever. It made the paper. You go look it up. It's $5 a day, monumental. So now these folks had money. They could buy this car that was affordable that they were making. It is. It's crazy. It's crazy. But that's the opportunity, right? That's exactly how automation works. The assembly line was the automation. It was human automation, but you were specialized in something. It's like you know exactly what to do. Like the robot knows exactly what to do. Yeah. Specialize in that. You specialize in putting the hood on the car. You know how to put the hood on there. You know how to put the bolts on there and pass it on to the person that can put the tires on, right? Yeah. That's exactly how it happened. You specialized that and became good at it. And that's exactly what RPA did. Yep. That's exactly what it does.
Man. We are in the age, dude. We are in an age. We are in an age where these technology trends, they used to be cute and fun, and we would await what would happen. Oh, this is awesome. Now it's not a game. It's not a game. It's imperative that you learn about this. And then if you do, you will really win big. I'm talking about huge and fast. And it's not difficult. It's just the only thing you got to pay is attention to what's going on around you right now.
That's
Well,
it.
of course, you got to pay for the software and the things when you get
Yeah.
there. But right now, you don't have to pay anything. Just pay
You don't.
attention. And trust me, the ROI, the return on your investment, time, money, energy. Oh, what we talking, man? 10-fold, 300-fold. I mean, sometimes it's
Yeah, I would say a minimum of tenfold, right?
okay.
A minimum, because,
Okay.
and the reason why is because it like I said, the physical and mental, get away, the opportunity you have to take away from doing that completely frees you up. You never have to think about those things ever again, like ever,
Mm-hmm.
right? That's a game changer itself.
Yep.
So
Yep.
that right there will allow you to say, okay, now I can go into work thinking about something totally different. My focus and my vision is totally different now. I don't have to think about going in there and doing this repetitive work anymore. I'm going in there like, okay, I know, how can I help this company out now? Your creative juices start flowing.
Yep.
Right.
Oh man.
And what I like, this video is a little too long, so I think we're not going to play it. But I put a link in there. It's to our YouTube account. It's a video by one of another client. And what this client did is, he didn't buy. He understood RPA, and we did a process for him a while back. He was one of our first clients, like 2 years ago, right? But left it at that. And he didn't do anything for a while. And finally, I was like, you know what? Let's do something, man. Let's finally do it. Let's go ahead. Took me a while for him to buy into it, but he finally bought into it. Now I think we're on number 7 or 8 number process that we're doing for him, right?
Yeah.
But the thing about it, he put in his video, is like, it's so important because he says he didn't let go of him having control.
Mm-hmm.
He had control.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And what he didn't understand until later is that he has more control now that he released that control that's automated. He doesn't necessarily have control of that. If you can automate it, I still know it's going to be taken care of. I can sleep well at night not knowing it's on my plate or having someone else to do it. It's done. And it's going to be done correctly.
Yep.
So now I have more control and more opportunity to do other things. And man, you see him, he comes and he makes his own videos. He'll say, hey, I got another process. He'll send us a video. What do you guys think about this? And he'll send us a recorded video.
His mindset's so open to it, man.
It's so open. And it's so much fun working with clients like that because they get it. And we're on since April, May, June, 3 months, we've already built 6 processes. Right? Because we had one before.
6 digital employees working for him right now.
Yeah, 7, because we had one a while back. And we're already now we're working number 8, I think. So, but we had 6 built in the last 3 months.
Oh my goodness.
3 months.
Yeah, man. Yep.
Yep. And everybody, you see it. I mean, I'm here. We just moved to Austin. We're here in Austin now. And everywhere you go down, even in Albuquerque, you always see help wanted. Hiring, help wanted, hiring, right? No, it feels like no one wants to work. Same thing with him. It's like when the pandemic hit, people were collecting that unemployment and things like that. It's like he had when they opened up again. It's like no one's come back to work. So like, okay, well, I got to run a business still. I still have the same amount of clients I have, but now I don't have no one to do this work. I'm doing it.
Oh,
so it allowed us to find out how to automate this, what was being done.
Yep.
So the employees that were with him can focus on the things that they can control, that a bot can't do, right? And he has taken it to a whole different level. And so I know we're going to have a couple more testimonies. In fact, he's an ambassador for us for a software that he uses because of the big difference it's making for his company. So there's just amazing things that happen when you really understand the power of automation.
Man. Make sure you guys go watch that video. It's on LinkedIn, Facebook, and looks like YouTube. How did you do it on my account? Rob Howell's Life. How did you do that? You,
I just, no, I just, it's not even on mine. I mean, I'm looking
That's
at mine.
crazy.
It's just on yours, so I don't know how I did it
I
on.
don't know. It's all good. I'm just,
So-
I got a digital employee working for me over here.
But all you guys, if you're on Facebook, go to Skill Through Automation. Oh, we still got to change that name, don't we?
Dude, Facebook is just, dude, I'm just telling you, man. I'm saying I'm gonna have a sit down with Mark sometime soon. I've changed it 37 times, and it keeps going back.
Well,
It keeps going back to the old name.
well, it is Facebook.com/Simply Automate. If that is
Yeah.
there, so we
Yeah.
gotta change. We gotta change this where it says Skill Through Automation.
Right.
So,
Man, I went inside that thing and changed it, and it keeps saying yay, and then nay, and then yay. And I was like, okay, so we're gonna get it, man.
We'll get it.
We're gonna get it. We have
But
to.
right now, if you're on Facebook, you can actually go to Scale Through Automation on Facebook. Let me see, and the video is it there? I don't even know. I haven't been on Facebook, but I don't even get on Facebook anymore. This is the first time I only log in because we're live.
Yeah, and you can talk. You can type in Simply Automate. It'll come up too. It'll come up. Yeah,
Okay,
it'll
good,
come up
good.
because the URL is changed. That's why it's funky like that. But it's all good. We're everywhere. Okay, you type in Simply
Right.
Automated Google, you're gonna find us. The most important thing is this.
It's
You
there.
know,
It's there. I just looked at it now. The video of guys on there. So
It's
the
on there?
link
Okay.
To YouTube is on there. So if you go
Good.
to Skill Through Automation, Simply Automate on Facebook. You might want to type it in on your end for LinkedIn because I don't think it came on LinkedIn on my end. But that's a good video because so many people don't want to let go, and he says it perfectly. And that video was so powerful, and it's not even a testimony. It's not a use case. It's just telling him how he held on to what he didn't have to hold on to for years. Now that he knows what he knows,
mm-hmm.
you know.
Yep.
And it's changed the game. So
Change it.
changed it. Damn, our hours already up, dude.
Yeah, we're up, man. We're up. I forget. We got some folks next. Who we got next week here? Let me see. Next week. Oh, next week we got Russ Hedge. Oh, Russ. We got Russ Hedge. Russ has got some insight.
Is Russ on Tuesday?
Yeah, Russ is on Tuesday. And then we got Lyle Solomon on Thursday. You know, though.
Awesome. And then starting the
Marketing and artificial intelligence, business consulting. Oh my, yeah, we got all of it.
Let's go.
Got it going, man.
I was going to say the 27th is when we start something new for everybody out there, right? It's called RPA Today Show. It's called RPA Today Show. I love it, dude. I love that, man. So we'll share it in our
Hey, this guy's funny, man. This guy's funny right here. I tell him I'm still putting the show together. He said, we're going to go ahead and do it. I'm going to put it out there. So now we're going to have to just make it happen.
Yeah, man. We've already prepared for it. So we go on the universe. You know, you got to make it happen.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. You're right. You're right. It's funny. I already got it on Google Docs and the show and people to have on the show. So, yeah, let's push it out, man. Push it out.
It's pushed. Hey, world. We were talking about it. Rob came up with a good concept to make an RPA Today show. So every Tuesday starting the 27th. I didn't even know when we're starting it, man. I just said, you know, I didn't
You
even
just
know
said it, but we need to. We need to. I don't think we actually need to, because actually, you know what? It won't be on 27th. It'll be the start of the next month. Wanna know why? 27th is gonna be our webinar. It's the last Tuesday of the month.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. So the following Tuesday we'll be kicking it with the RPA Today, and our RPA 101 webinar will be on Tuesday, and we start pumping that next week.
So starting in August, guys, everybody.
Yep, starting in August.
Starting in August, we'll be doing the RPA Today
So
show.
I got an extra week now.
You got an extra week, and I'm not going to show you the logos that Rob came up with. Yet. One of them would have been sued.
Right. I don't know what the heck I was thinking. I was just excited.
It was cool though, man. That was so cool. That was really cool. I was just like, man, if we could pull that one off, that'd be great. But
yeah,
we had to change it up. But no, man, I think that's a great idea. Putting that out there, and that's a great idea because, we could bring on guests that are in the RPA industry, and so they can speak what it's all about. We could bring on our clients to talk about what they've done and how it's impacting them, and give them a little love so they can people can learn a little bit about what they're doing.
Yep.
That's going to be good, man. Because there's nothing out there like that. I think we got to do it on some other platforms too, and see how we can link them up. Because I know there's you're on Clubhouse. I need to get back on Clubhouse, by the way. I'm not in.
Yeah, Clubhouse, man. Hey, listen, third quarter, fourth quarter strong.
Yeah.
Yep. So good stuff, man.
Yeah.
We thank everybody for watching. Make sure that you get these links. Questionnaire is in there. 5 minutes it will take. See how RPA can change your day, because it's been changing a lot of people's days, evenings and nights.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it doesn't take much time. We didn't talk about our affiliate program. We'll talk about that because we'll talk about that, I guess, next time, because we don't have the video. I'm not showing that video, man. I can't stand that thing keeps showing up. This feels so like discombobulated, So we'll have the video ready by next week. We'll talk about it. But listen, you got anything else to share, man?
No, man. I think that's pretty much it. We're just in a very good place. I mean, we've had some amazing support, and we're just blessed, man. Really blessed to have the team that we have, and the advisors and affiliates and channel partners that we have connected with that have really believed in our cause, and they see what we're doing, and they actually get to see it live. It's not like they just hear about it anymore. They actually get to see it and get the reactions and get the testimonies from their own clients. They become a hero, which is great. So
man, it's awesome.
Speaking of which, I got Craig calling me right now. So
Craig. Well, go ahead, man. We'll wrap it up right now. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. And remember, love yourself and love other people. It's a good way to do it.
Peace.
Welcome to the Business Empowerment Podcast, the show that keeps you in the know with what you need to know in business and technology, and for yourself so you can grow. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Rob House, and my co-host, Wilton Rogers. Got insight for miles and miles. We'll give you what you need to know. Get ready for the Business Empowerment Podcast. Simply automate.